back to that game against Marshall a year ago. How would you describe what makes him so dangerous?
Yeah, because he can beat you in multiple ways. We actually I recruited his brother at Arkansas, the Tulsa kid, and came to Arkansas and ended up transferring to Ole Miss this last year. So had known the family for a long time and can beat you on the ground running the football. You got to keep him in the pocket, but also a good enough passer where he can create problems with their wideouts and the skill they have, the speed they have as well. So it's going to be a great challenge, and we're going to need to play really well up front to contain this guy.
What's the key to being good against a team with that much speed?
Yeah, the D-line, don't let the plays get started.
Yeah.
And making sure that, they've got to raise their level of play. This will be the first time really defensively we've been challenged because, we're 2-0, but the two teams we've beat are 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had a huge advantage as far as the defensive line goes, and those guys are going to have to be big for us in this game. And because of the heat, we're going to have to rotate. So it's not going to be – it might not be the rotation needs to be good because you're not going to be able to sit out there in that kind of heat and rush the same four guys all game.
Right. So can you explain schematically, when you have a defensive line that can disrupt things and get pressure with four guys or even less sometimes, what does that allow you to do behind that and how that can just make the defense so much better?
Yeah, when we first got here, what we wanted to do is make sure we built the defense and offensive line. And we spent endless hours recruiting defense and offensive linemen, the transfer portal, the high school, and the high schools as well. But when you can rush with 4 and play coverage with 7 and loaded coverages and stop the run with 4 and just be able to be simple on the back end and let those guys play fast because you're controlling, you're getting knocked back and those things, it's a challenge even for an offense. Like, what do you do? Because schematically – you can't block them just because they're more talented than you. So it's like, hey, you try to create as many double teams as you can, but we feel like we have 7 guys in our rotation right now that can win one-on-one.
Yeah. How do you stay plugged into the defense on the sideline during a game, given, being the one who's calling the plays and managing the offense a little bit more? How do you stay plugged in with what's going on with the defense?
Well, it starts during the week. I'm going to know every call that goes in because at 7 a.m. I meet with Jeff Crosby, our special teams coordinator, and DJ Smith, our defense coordinator, every morning. And I go in and I talk about my notes from practice, and I know every game plan, every play that's going in on special teams and defense and offense because obviously I call the plays. But when the defense is on the field, I'm on their headset.
Okay.
And so I know the calls, and I'm talking to DJ, hey, be ready for 4 downs right here. It's 3rd and 9 right here in the fringe, like. Expect them to throw short or try to get halfback to set up a 4th down or, clicking over saying, hey, go get them, hey, play coverage. And part of the head coach's job is to manage all 3 phases of the game. So I'm on top of all 3.
Okay. All right. Defensively for Southern Miss, what kind of scheme are we looking at there?
Yeah, you're talking about a 4-down team that plays quarters. They in the past done a really good job at Marshall. You had draft picks last year, a first-round defensive end, a safety that was really – a really good player, and they've got a really good corner in the number 1
Moten,
and 36 is a good defensive lineman, and they were just the continuity they have from bringing so many people with them, same coordinator, same head coach with a plethora of players through the transfer portal. So, but it's a 4-down aggressive fast quarters team.
Yeah. So one guy that we're familiar with going back to his days at Arkansas State, shifting gears back to Southern Miss's offense, Blake Anderson, former head coach at Arkansas State and Utah State, is now the offensive coordinator at Southern Miss. So how does that change in terms of how you prepare for that offense? Because you can look at Marshall tape, you can look at Southern Miss tape, or maybe you look at previous Blake Anderson tape. There's a lot of different ways, I guess, to approach that.
Yeah, I think at that point, he's been a guy that has a big enough resume. So you're looking at there are 2 games this year, and then what he's done in this past, just to get a feel for what they're going to be. But the fact that they've played 2 games helps you a lot, just because you can say, hey, yes, this is him. Nope, hey, this is Coach Huff's fingerprints are all over this because Coach Huff has been a special teams coordinator. He's been a running back coach, coached on the offense. So for him, even though they hired a special teams coordinator from Tulsa, they're still running their schemes from Marshall and special teams because most time the head coach says, hey, we're going to come in and run our system. You don't get to bring your system. We're going to do what we do, and this is what we do. And obviously on offense, then it's been a heavy mix of what Blake does.
Yeah. All right, you've been a part of taking teams into some pretty hostile environments during your career, and this will be the first, really true road game as the head coach at App State. Well, what's the key to making sure that guys can be successful in what will likely be a hostile environment?
Yeah, it's doing the things you can control. It's worrying about playing good football, playing clean football, taking care of the ball. You do all those things and make sure you start fast, and you got to understand – there are little tricks to it. We went to my last game at South Carolina. We went into Clemson and beat them, and that's a hated rivalry and loud as can be. Mm-hmm. And you got to make sure you find out where their student section is, and you have a plan when you're backed up. And they're the little things that a coach can do. But for the player's about technique. It's about playing fast. It's about being confident and having the next play mentality.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. Conference play is always exciting around here, so appreciate you being with us here tonight, and go get them on Saturday.
Appreciate you.
That's Dowell Loggins, everyone. Let's give it up. Stay tuned. Our player segment's coming up after these messages.
When you think of an unforgettable day in Ann Arbor, Michigan, when a blocked kick made 107,000 fall silent, or a tipped Hail Mary turned into a touchdown, these moments are woven into the storied history of App State football. And just like those plays, Blue Ridge Energy knows a thing or two about making winning moves. We're here to power your life with the resources your family needs, offering savings, quick response times, and a reliability rating of over 99%. At Blue Ridge Energy, we've got the game plan to keep you and your loved ones energized.
The fans came out today, David.
That's right, Gabe. Big games mean bigger tailgates.
Check out that Ford F-150 truck, a championship caliber performance.
Oh, flawless execution, Gabe. Smart, powerful, and with available Pro Power on board, F-150 just took this tailgate over the top.
Game on, David. For the latest offers on Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com to see your Carolina Ford dealer today. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Catawba Valley Engineering and Testing is an App State alumni-owned full-service geotechnical engineering, environmental, construction materials testing, and special inspections consulting firm based in Hickory. Maintaining pace with the latest technology and developments allows us to provide cost-effective services. The high number of returning clients reflect their confidence in our staff and our ability to provide quality results. Visit us at cvet.net to learn more. Catawba Valley Engineering and Testing is a proud partner of App State Athletics.
James River Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer dedicated to a full line of residential, commercial, agriculture, construction, and forestry products in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. With local locations in Wilkesboro, Newton, Statesville, and throughout the Carolinas and Virginia, James River Equipment is right around the corner and there for you. For more information, visit jamesriverequipment.com today.
Welcome back to Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. We want to hear from you as well. Tweet us using the hashtag Mountaineer Talk. Now, let's head back to your host, Adam Witten.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is Mountaineer Talk, getting you set for the conference opener coming up on Saturday. Yeah, thank you, Zach. Thank you. Appreciate that. Our thanks to head coach Dowell Loggins for joining us for the first half of the program, and now we begin our player guests, and we're excited to introduce you to a new face. I guess we're getting to the quarter pole of the regular season coming up on Saturday, as hard to believe as that might be. So I don't know if we can call them new faces anymore, but anyway, it's Trent Ramsey from the offensive line. How you doing, man?
I'm good to be here. We just finished our practice and stuff, so I'm excited to get into it.
All right, how has practice been this week?
I think this has been our cleanest week of practice that we've had yet.
Okay.
First couple of games we were cleaning up penalties and those kinds of things, and I felt like this week the whole team has stepped in the right direction. Getting ready for this game.
All right, yeah. I mean, how did you guys feel? Because you always want to take time to celebrate wins, but was it a little bit of mixed emotions after Saturday? Because I know you guys maybe didn't play as well as you had hoped.
Yeah, I think for us, we all know that there's a lot left on the table that for us to get. We know there's a lot of talent on our team, and there's a lot more that we want to achieve this season. So it's just kind of that feeling of there's more out there.
All right, well, let's get to know you a little bit here. So transferred in from Cal,
yes, sir.
Correct? And I asked you before we started this segment, being here at App, is this the first time you've ever spent time in this part of the country? And your answer was?
No, I've actually, when I was younger, I used to live out here in North Carolina. Went to elementary school, middle school, down in Greensboro, at a school called Ledford. So a little familiar with the area.
Yeah.
I've actually got some childhood friends who go to school up here, so kind of cool.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So shout out to all of our friends in Guilford County that are listening and watching us tonight that maybe know Trent from his elementary and middle school days. All right. So tell us about how you ended up in different places now through high school.
Yeah. Really, it was just moving around with my parents and my dad's work. He studies law, so we just kind of moved all around doing that. And then so I was in North Carolina, moved out to Arizona for a couple of years, and then my family, they're in Florida now.
Okay.
So.
And then you end up when you go to college, you come here from Cal. So tell us about the original college recruiting process when you're going through that while you're in Florida.
Yeah, I mean, my parents, they're from out in Cali. So just kind of getting recruited happened since like early in high school. So I had a good relationship with Cal when I was young, with the coaches and stuff there. So just kind of kept building those relationships, and even after moving out to Florida, that's where I ended up.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And and then what transpired to bring you here?
Well, just felt like, I got my degree and stuff out there, so mom and dad were happy, and I felt like it was time to get a little bit closer to home. Wanted to be somewhere around here where, people love ball some more. We can come out here, and I think, Coach D'Lo and then our O-line coach, Coach Mo, they're doing something special out here, so I was like, this is where I want to be a part of that.
I love that. And you realize pretty quickly people love ball around here.
Oh, yeah. It's a whole different game out here. The energy on Saturday was pretty electric. So
yeah, I mean, okay, so let's go with that for a second. So you're at Cal, and you go to some good atmospheres at that point. It's still kind of in its transition from Pac-12 to Pac-2 and Big Ten and all that. But you come here and you see the atmosphere and you hear the atmosphere. First of all, in Charlotte at the Panther Stadium with tens of thousands of App State fans, and then this past Saturday in Boone. And did you get a sense of like, oh, this is different? Yeah,
no, for sure. I mean, you can tell, like, when you're coming out the little tunnel, it's like, this is the real deal. Like, people out here really care about ball and really want to see us all, win. So, it gets you a feeling. It's like, it's time to get this thing rolling.
Yeah. All right. And so how have you now gelled with this offensive line? I mean, we can see, like, you guys seem to be playing really well for a group that hasn't played together prior to this year. But how would you evaluate the way the O-line is playing and how you guys have built some chemistry?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of new faces on the O-line, right? So it just all comes down to us just getting to know each other, getting to play each other. The tighter we are off the field, the better you are even on the field, right? So just kind of as we keep playing next to each other, you can see like our combos and all that are getting better, just running off the ball.
Yeah.
And just playing with grit.
Who's the big emotional guy, the big rah-rah, get everybody fired up in that offensive line room? Is it you?
No. I have my moments, but I would say, like, without a doubt, it's probably Shamar. He's always bringing fire, even on practice days. So, but him or Will Flowers is also a great leader on the line. So it gets everybody, going the right direction.
And then what is your role? Trent Ramsey is the blank of the offensive line.
I just kind of, I do my job. I like to be the glue.
The glue guy. Yeah, there you go.
Here's if we're not getting it right,
Okay.
Set it straight. So that's kind of how I think.
Yeah.
We have a lot of older dudes on this line right now.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we gotten to see a little bit on some videos and some mic'd up things during the preseason, but Coach Mogridge.
Yeah.
How do you describe him?
He is fire. I mean, he brings the hammer every day. You know what you're gonna get out of him every single day. And he's the same dude. He's Coach Mo. Like he's awesome. He brings energy. He brings a lot to the O-line, and having him with us, you can see every day we're just getting better and better.
Yeah. And you can't help but raise your intensity to that level, right?
Oh, yeah. He raises the bar for everybody.
I love that. All right. We've got more with Trent Ramsey. If you have questions for him, go ahead and fire away. We've got Twitter, we've got email, we've got text, we've got Facebook Live comments. And while we know you're enjoying your time here at River Street Ale House tonight, make sure you also check out Town Tavern Blowing Rock for a great dining experience. They're open for lunch, dinner, and later. Have 19 flat-screen TVs to catch the game. They also boast the largest outdoor dining area in the High Country. So make sure you stop by Town Tavern Blowing Rock on your next trip to the High Country. More with offensive lineman Trent Ramsey when we return to River Street Ale House for more of Mountaineer Talk presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge right after this.
When you think of winning plays, what comes to mind? An unforgettable day in Ann Arbor, Michigan when a blocked kick made 107,000 fall silent, or a tipped Hail Mary turned into a touchdown. These moments are woven into the storied history of App State football. And just like those plays, Blue Ridge Energy knows a thing or two about making winning moves. We're here to power your life with the resources your family needs, offering savings, quick response times, and a reliability rating of over 99%. At Blue Ridge Energy, we've got the game plan to keep you and your loved ones energized.
It's Appalachian State football season when I becomes we, and we live every day for Saturdays. Well, and a couple of Thursdays. It's when The Rock is the loudest place on planet Earth, and every fan in the High Country reaches for delicious Pepsi all season long. Pepsi picks us up so we can tailgate longer and cheer louder. It refreshes so we can always be a winning, a grinning, and a feeling fine. So grab a Pepsi and roll Nears, proud sponsor of App State football.
Mountaineer football is back, which means it's time to fire up those grills and tailgate. The grilling experts at Appalachian Energy and G&B Energy would like to remind you of a few helpful tips when heading out to your cookout this season. Remember that it's okay to bring your own sauces. Always expect the grill master to provide the meat, but bring your own sides and beverages. And last but not least, do not touch the grill. For more grilling tips and to learn more about Appalachian Energy and G&B Energy Tailgater of the Year content, visit us at gbenergy.com.
For over 54 years, Greystone Eye's mission has been to preserve the gift of sight and improve lives one patient at a time. Their highly trained team of 15 board-certified ophthalmologists and optometrists include 8 fellowship-trained subspecialists. They provide the Lincolnton, Hickory, Lenore, and Boone communities with the highest quality eye care possible. So no matter where or how you're viewing the game, Greystone Eye has you covered. Schedule your visit at 828-322-2050 or at greystone.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is Mountaineer Talk from River Street Ale House, and we're coming to you live on a Wednesday night. Great crowd on hand, and excited for the conference opener coming up on Saturday. We've got Thomas Davis coming up in just a little bit, but we've got another segment here with offensive lineman Trent Ramsey. And all right, so let's learn a little bit more about some of the things that you like to do outside of football. What are some of your non-football interests that really get you excited?
Yeah, I mean, kind of the things that I like to do outside of it, I like to stay competitive and stuff with all my buddies. So we'll play like pickleball or golf just around some of the local areas. We get pretty competitive, though. I'm not gonna lie. You know, there's some guys on the team who talk a lot of smack about being good.
Well, we're gonna name names. We're gonna absolutely name names. So anytime pickleball comes up in conversation, the name that I always hear about is Griffin Scroggs.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of talk about Griffin and pickleball.
So just talk. You guys haven't actually squared off against one another.
No, not yet. But we need to set a date so me and him can do it. You know?
All right.
We play a little different in Florida than they do out here.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see whenever we're on the court.
Okay. So who have you played against then?
I played against like my roommates, like some of the other O-linemen, Caden Sweat, Colton Ferris, some of those guys. So
who's got game?
Colton's pretty good.
Better than you? No?
Nah.
Have you lost to anybody, or are you running with a perfect record here?
I have a perfect record so far. But,
so far?
But,
okay.
you know, I've heard a lot of talk about Griffin. We'll see.
All right. We got to make this happen.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we should do like a Mountaineer Talk on location on a pickleball court, and we'll just like live commentate it. You versus
just two
Ramsey versus Scroggs.
Two big guys just hitting it back.
Yeah. Are you a decent
I've been learning. You know, I think I'm getting better. I kind of new into it, so just a little hobby,
Yeah.
something relaxing to do.
Okay, but you're more serious. What else are you competitive about other than those two sports? I mean, everything probably, right?
Yeah, everything. I grew up with 3 other brothers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so we've always been competitive in our house,
Where are you in the age pecking order?
I am. So there's 5 of us in total. I got 2 older brothers, younger sister, younger brother, and I'm right in the middle of 5.
Right smack in the middle.
Yeah.
What are the positives and negatives of being right there in the middle of all those siblings?
Not a lot of positives. But, you get left to I'm joking. But, no, it's good. I feel like kind of being in the middle, it's like, I'm a bridge between the older ones and the younger ones.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool. Going home's always a fun time.
Oh, okay. All right. So when you do go home and you get all the siblings together,
Yeah.
and let's say you're, right after dinner, you're sitting around the dinner table and you're getting a game going of something. You're like, hey, guys, let's get a game of blank going. What's it going to be?
My parents, they're a huge fan of, if you've ever heard of Catan.
Catan.
It's a board game. Either that.
Any Catan fans? I'm unfamiliar. Okay, Sarah.
They really love that game. They like doing like their little board games or card games like poker, that kind of stuff.
Sure,
we
that one I've heard of.
They have some of their weird ones that they like, and I play because I'm home. But it's always a good time. So
yeah. Okay. All right. Catan. Is that a short game? That probably takes a long time.
No, it takes forever. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
That game takes like at least an hour.
Okay.
It's insane. But that's what they like to play. So whenever we go home, that's what we do.
All right.
Or video games.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay. So we're getting ready to visit with Thomas Davis on the defensive line, and I know he's more on the edge, and you're kind of in the interior as an offensive lineman playing the guard position. But who's the toughest one to block if you're going 1v1s?
Right now, I would say probably Rondo.
Rondo Porter?
Yeah, he's quick off the ball. He's got an explosive first step. He's definitely a dude.
Yeah.
He's definitely a dude.
Who's the guy that you dominate?
I don't want to say any names like that, but
yeah. Do you prefer run blocking, pass blocking?
I love running off the ball, just running and hitting something.
Yeah.
Or, if you get a chance to pull and it's like a little defensive end out there, you just run them right over. It's like,
yeah.
Can't ask for much more as a lineman.
When, not if, but when Rashad DeBinion or another running back breaks a 50, 60, 70-yard run and you guys are all sprinting to the end zone to celebrate, who's winning that race? I'm putting you on the spot with a lot of these.
I would love to say myself, but if we're being honest, it's probably Ram. He's pretty fast.
Jaden,
yeah.
Okay.
Jaden Ram, yeah. He's fast. He's a fast dude.
Okay. Well, we're gonna find out when that does happen at some point.
Hey, I'm gonna give it my best.
You're gonna give it your best. You're gonna get down there as fast as possible and help celebrate.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out and enjoying
you.
some of our shenanigans a little bit. So, Trent Ramsey, let's give it up for him. When we come back, we'll switch sides to the defense and visit with Thomas Davis. That's when we return to River Street Ale House for more of Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge, right after this.
Insurance shouldn't be confusing. At Granite Insurance, we take the time to understand your goals and then design a plan that empowers you to move forward with confidence. As an independent agency partnered with Auto Owners Insurance, we bring trusted coverage and personal service together so you can focus on what matters most. Discover why Granite is different. Visit graniteinsurance.com to get started today. That's graniteinsurance.com.
Let's get nutty with Hampton Farms. There's nothing like the roar of the crowd, the thrill of the play, and the satisfying crack of fresh in-shell peanuts. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, Hampton Farms Peanuts keeps your energy high and your taste buds happy. Join the celebration of college football with every delicious crunch. Perfect for sharing with friends, tailgating outside the stadium, or cheering on the Mountaineers from your couch. Mountaineer football is here, so grab a bag in the stadium or at your local grocery store in the produce department and savor the game one peanut at a time.
More and more Mountaineer fans are choosing to go modern at Modern Ford of Boone. When you buy with Go Modern, you can choose your vehicle, value your trade, pick your payments, apply for credit, even complete your entire purchase online, or just do the parts you want and pick up where you left off at the dealership. Go Modern puts you in control so you can buy where you want, when you want, and how you want. For your next vehicle, go modern. Get started at modernfordofboone.com. proud supporter of App State Athletics.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Welcome back to Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. Now, back to River Street Ale House and the voice of the Mountaineers, Adam Witten.
All right, thank you all for joining us. We got about 15 minutes left in the show. It is Mountaineer Talk here from River Street Ale House. We got App State and Southern Miss coming up on Saturday. It's a big week. It's conference week. It's also a big week because Mrs. Yosef back there, Julia Adams, part of our great crowd here tonight, celebrated a birthday this week. Hi, Julia. It's great to see you. Mrs. Yosef, one of one. We love you. All right, everyone give it up for our next player guest from the defensive line. Let's hear it for Thomas Davis. TD, how you doing, man?
Doing good. What about yourself?
Doing well. Doing well. Same question I asked Trent on it right when he sat down. What's been your perspective on practice this week as you guys try to get after it?
It's conference week, so we got to come with a different energy, a different skill set this week. So we got to play to our best ability, knowing that it's conference week.
So it's a big deal, right? You ratchet it up, and you feel like this requires a different approach.
Right, for sure, yes, sir.
What are you saying to the guys to make sure that they can match that intensity? I mean, how are you trying to be a leader in that way to get everybody on the same level?
I'd say just doing the small stuff still, running on and off the field, running to the ball, getting punch-outs on the ball, just doing the small stuff still because it still plays a big factor in winning.
How would you evaluate the way that you've played as an individual so far this year?
I feel like I played decent, not to my standard at least. I mean, to y'all standard, it may look good. From my standard, it's not what I wanted to be, but it's good for the team. So I mean, it's all right.
What's left for you to get to that standard? What's missing so far?
Conference week.
Conference
I'm
week.
ready.
Getting that conference
I'm ready.
week. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh man. What does it do when you guys go on the road? I mean, you'd rather be at home. We get that. Playing in front of the home crowd, there's nothing like it. But there is something to say about how much it can bring a team together when it's just you guys, right? You're playing in front of all these fans of the other team, and it's just y'all.
Right.
Is that something that you guys can use to your advantage?
I mean, us playing on the road isn't a big deal because we got fans everywhere as App State, so they always show up to support us.
Great answer.
So I say playing away isn't a big deal for us. We just got to put our best foot forward and do what we got to do.
All right, so let's learn a little bit about your story. So let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go from Miami and come here.
Right.
Can you take us into that decision process?
Going into the portal was just seeing myself where I want to play at, where I fit best at. And at the point we had Coach Clark, as everyone know, and I had Coach AJ as well. But going into the portal, I just wanted to play now, and I felt that App State felt best for me as being in the Sun Belt. We one of the best teams, but is the best team in the Sun Belt. So I just feel like it was set in stone for me to be at App State.
Yep. And what was your initial reaction when you came here and you saw? I mean, we asked Trent this same question. You know, he played out on the West Coast in the Bay Area of California, and he comes here and he's like, I wanted to come to a place where they know ball.
Right.
And so you come here, and not asking you to disparage where you've been before, but your reaction to see the way that this fan base would react to the way that you guys play the game.
So I got a funny story. Like when I first committed, because I committed like right after I left, seeing all the coaches and stuff. I was talking to someone in the elevator on my way back to the hotel. And he was just telling me about App State and how he loved it, and how he loved the football program, how he just loved Boone in general. And it just showed me like people in Boone really care about us, not just as athletes, but as a person as well. So that's what really brought me here and just set me in stone to play for App.
And that's what solidified it
exactly.
for you.
Like,
I'm more than just a football player.
Exactly.
Here.
Yes, sir.
They treat me like family.
Right.
I love that. That's really cool. What's it been like with your coaches this year? DJ Smith leading the defense, and your position coaches. You got Coach Shaq coaching the ends, Anthony Shakir.
Right.
What's that been like as being coached by a couple of guys that have been here before?
knowing that they done been here before, they done had the same cleats on that I had on and stepped on the same field I stepped on. They know what's expected out of us, and they know how to run it. So I'm glad I stayed, actually. So that's one of the best decisions I made is staying. So I'm glad they came along with us.
Yeah. What was the when did football become a love of yours? How old were you?
Since I can see a football, I've been loving football. To be honest. Since I can see a football, I love football so much.
Yeah. What did you play when you were in high school? So you're originally from what? Valdosta, Georgia,
yes, sir.
Right? So when you were in high school, were you always kind of a pass rusher, or where did you play a lot when you were in high school?
I went to Loggins High School, which is a big high school for football down south. So I played mostly defensive end, but my senior year I played inside linebacker just to help us out in the inside. So, and I played a little bit of tight end and catch the ball. So wherever my team needed me at, that's where I played at.
I love that approach.
Yes,
What are the most impressive stats that you ever had in one game, whether it's sacks or maybe interceptions or you scored a touchdown or two in a game? Is there a game that stands out?
I mean, I had a sack mostly every game in high school. But I had one game that could stand out to me. I had a 95-yard touchdown at tight end, and I just left the safety. I destined him. So I'll say that's one of my highlights in high school for sure.
You were a tight end.
Yes, sir.
A 95-yard touchdown. How long was the pass? Like, when did you get –
It was just a little wide pop. It wasn't that. I just left. I got a little speed on me, so I just left the safety.
You just left everyone in your guess.
Yes, sir, mainly. Mainly.
You ever lobby to get some shine on offense since you've been here?
No, I love hitting people, so that's my job. That's my job. I stick to my role, so I let Zay and David Loggains, all of them do the tight end stuff.
Okay, all right. Any better feeling than sacking the quarterback from your position, or is that the height of the emotion right there?
I say a sack fumble because it's getting the ball back for sure. I say a sack fumble is better than a sack for sure.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get a sack fumble and then you could return it 95 yards for a touchdown.
For 6. Yeah,
Let's
I
go
like
for
that.
that.
I like that better.
But I guess that would mean that a team got inside the 10-yard line, and we don't want that to happen.
We don't want that to happen.
Okay. All right. So maybe we'll go with like a 5-yard touchdown return.
Right.
We're visiting with Thomas Davis, our player guest. Our segment brought to you by Alumni Hall, the official online store of App State Athletics. Shop the best selection of App State apparel, hats, and gear by visiting Alumni Hall on King Street or alumnihall.com. Earn $10 in Hall cash rewards for every $150 you spend. Alumni Hall, the ultimate Mountaineer shopping destination. Stay tuned. We'll return to River Street Ale House and more with Thomas Davis as we come back with Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge right after this.
University takes the strongest wireless service in the area. With Carolina West Wireless, Mountaineers get the most reliable coverage on campus and across the country with our award-winning high-speed nationwide network. We offer the latest devices and technology at a great value with an exceptional local customer service experience that you deserve. Try us risk-free for 30 days. Carolina West Wireless is proud to be the official wireless provider of the Mountaineers.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Do you know where to find tasty country gourmet foods, sauces, and fixins that are perfect for your tailgate meal? Are you looking for outerwear to stay warm and dry at the game? Do you need to find a thoughtful gift for a good friend? Well, get your sip to the Mass General Store before the game, after the game, the next time you're in town, or anytime online. Mass Store's friendly staff looks forward to seeing you in person or at massstore.com soon. The Mass Store has been a destination for Mountaineers since 1883.
Window World, America's largest exterior remodeler and the official exterior remodeler of App State Athletics, provides exceptional quality windows, siding, doors, and more. They are headquartered right here in North Carolina and have enhanced over 100,000 homes across over 30 counties for over 25 years. Improving your largest investment with energy-efficient products and creating amazing curb appeal is what they do best. From the High Country to the Triad and Catawba Valley to Asheville and beyond, call, click, or visit Window World, the official exterior remodeler of App State Athletics today.
Welcome back to the show. It is Mountaineer Talk. Got a few more minutes left in tonight's program. We're visiting with defensive end Thomas Davis. All right, let's learn about some of the things you like to do outside of football. Gathering from our conversation during the commercial break, you spend a lot of time watching film, so I don't know if you have a lot of time to do things outside of football, but if you do, what are you into?
I mainly play the game with the guys, the defense ends, the defensive line at that, and some of the corners and stuff. Just to play the game, whoop up on them a little bit.
Oh, like the video game?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Do you get into the pickleball at all that like Trent Ramsey was telling us about? Or
No, Griffin Scruggs, that's his job right there.
He is legit.
He's the pickleball guy for sure. He's the pickleball guy.
Okay. All right. Very good. So, yeah, he's got a reputation, but we're looking forward to seeing if Trent can hang with him. How much time do you spend watching film?
I watch film when honestly, I watch film during treatment. I watch film at night for sure, and I watch film after practice. So 3-4 times out the day for sure, mainly.
Is that one of the things that you've learned as you've become more of a veteran of college football is just how much, it's not just about physical capabilities, how much you have to study and be a student of the game?
Right. You can see it as many times as you want, but if you just watch it over and over, you'll obviously get the concepts of it, just knowing how the splits is, how the tackle sets, and how he just go about his business. So watching film just help you all around, basically.
Yeah, you're going up against a mobile quarterback in Braylon Braxton, and without giving away the game plan, obviously, anytime you're playing a quarterback that can escape the pocket like he can, what do you have to do, and the other defensive linemen, what does that mean in terms of being disciplined with your rush lanes?
Just knowing where he want to run the ball at, knowing where his rush lanes is, knowing not to rush past the quarterback at all, because he is a scrambler. He does like to scramble a lot, and he is good with his feet. I give him that. But just knowing where his rush lanes is, knowing not to rush past him, that's it mainly.
Yeah. All right, so I asked Trent about the toughest guy to block on the defensive line, and he's blocking more of the interior guys. For you, what's the toughest matchup if you're going up against one of the tackles?
Toughest matchup, I say we got some good tackles. Reekin, my boy is good. Reekin Round, but mainly I say Reek. Because he got some strong hands.
Poindexter?
Yeah, he got some strong hands for sure. He's nice. And J Round, I give both of them some good blocks.
I mean, not that anybody can actually block.
All right, for sure, definitely that. But he is my teammate, so I got to give him some credit. He is my teammates.
Yeah. All right, one more time before we let you go. Okay. This past Saturday, I know you guys don't take it for granted, but what's that feeling like when you run out onto the rock in front of the home fans?
I really just got to take it all in because you don't never know when it'll be your last time just running out and seeing everybody that support you honestly and that really like you as a person. It just means a lot just knowing everybody that just there for us. They all there for us, so it means a lot. Just take it all in.
Well, we're so glad that you're a Mountaineer, and, man, we look forward to seeing you fly around on Saturday.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Thomas Davis joining us on the program.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for our show tonight. Thanks to Thomas, thanks to Trent Ramsey, our player guest, and thanks to Dowell Loggins. And, of course, thank you to all of you here at River Street Ale House and everybody watching and listening on the App State Sports Network. Saturday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock in Hattiesburg, and our coverage begins at 5 Eastern, 4 Central here on the network. And we will see you down there in Hattiesburg and hopefully back with a conference win against Southern Miss. Have a great night, everyone.
You've been Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge on the App State Sports Network. Tonight's show has been brought to you by Howard Hanna Allen Tate Real Estate. Hey, Mountaineers! Howard Hanna Allen Tate Real Estate is the official realtor of App State Athletics and the #1 real estate company in the Carolinas. Call Howard Hanna Allen Tate Real Estate today for all your real estate needs. Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi and some friends and get in the game. Pepsi, the official soft drink of your App State Mountaineers. And by UNC Health Blue Ridge, moving healthcare forward. The proceeding is a presentation of the App State Sports Network.